Hi and welcome to LawWiser, India's first video-only knowledge-sharing platform on law and policy. So today we have an expert, a very seasoned professional with us today, who would be sharing the global best practices that a general counsel must consider. And to share this today, we have with us Ms. Surabhi Agarwal. She is the founder and fractional general counsel at the Global General Counsel. Surabhi has vast experience and has worked with senior global leaders in law and has herself served on the global leadership team of a Fortune 500 company. Welcome on board, Surabhi. Thank you for taking time out for us.
I've been lucky during the course of my career to have met and worked with some very bright global lawyers, and I have learned a lot of best practices from them. So I'm really happy to share with you 5 of my favorite practices. The very first one is to clarify your purpose. Shakespeare said, kill all the lawyers. Why did he say that? What would happen if all the lawyers were killed? That's the starting point for me. And from a discussion on clarifying your purpose would emerge your vision. And it doesn't have to be lofty at all. I was GC of a very small company, and they were infested with litigations, hundreds of them, and no compliance system to speak of. So we had 2 very, very simple strategic enabling pillars. One was to reduce litigation, an arrow going down, and the other was to increase compliance levels, an arrow going up. And so the second favorite of mine is to think in terms of systems. A system, has 3 parts, as you know: plan, implement, and control. So think in terms of systems and think in terms of processes when you are deciding what your strategic enabling pillar should be, right? So the third favorite of mine, and it is the biggest one, is to think of the legal function as a profit center. I know it's not easy because legal is always and will be a cost center, but it is possible to think of it in terms of top line as well as bottom line. And this is something that I learned from a global general counsel. So, and I hope you are listening to this. He once asked all of us to write down and list down all of the activities that we were doing, and against each activity mention whether it impacted the revenue or the profits. It was such a wonderful exercise that it helped us to see where we were adding value and how we were adding value. So my fourth favorite is a strong ethics program. Companies in India are very good at implementing sophisticated enterprise-wide compliance management systems. But when you look at the entire Southeast Asia region, you find that ethics programs are not that strong. And they are very, very important and critical for the sustainable growth of a company. Ethics, is a larger circle than law. For example, anti-bribery is illegal in every jurisdiction, but conflict of interest is not. So my last favorite, fifth but not the least, is early case assessment, which is a best practice which started in the US, but now it's become pretty much a global best practice. European companies are following it. Of course, in our part of the world, it's not yet that popular, but I have personally used it in a number of international litigations and find it so very useful. It's a subject in itself, so therefore I can't really elaborate, but it's a process that really, really helps you make sure that your litigations, the cost of your litigations justify the potential outcome. So that's the last one. These are my favorites, and what are yours? I would love to know.